And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in FreeCol, or Free Colonization, as the Spanish. This is the 8th stream, or no, the 8th part in the run. It's the second stream, it's the 4th part in the second stream. And well, in the last part we declared independence. In this part, I think we're going to try to run down the Royal Expeditionary Force as it attempts to make the land transit from Santo Domingo to La Isabela. Okay. Need a new student. And more horses. And more guns. Okay. How many horses do I have left? 121 here, so we can send two Continental Army units over here. Not riflemen. That's Civil War. Not that advanced yet, sadly. La Navidad has 200 flat. So we can send 4 to La Navidad. And the rest are just going to form a garrison in La Isabela. How many do we have? Oh, we got 6 going there. Okay. The rest is going to go to La Isabela and fortify there. So, we're gonna put you in the chapel and arm, because you'll make a better garrison than the veterans. We still have surplus tools, so we'll actually put you in the armory making guns. So that one was supposed to go to Last Build. Fine. So cavalry is going to go hunt down Royal Expeditionary Force. Those that have lost their horses are going to go garrison the cities, waiting for more horses. Because we do have a defensive bonus in the cities, right? So, well, that one's on a hill, so that's got 50%. I think that's 100%. I think that's 200%. The attacking bonus is 50%. So it really comes down to, do we want to focus them down, or do we want to take the defensive bonus, right? In my case, I'm thinking it makes sense, and it usually makes sense, to go after them. But you can't be everywhere at the same time, and especially the infantry don't chase particularly well. So we're using the mobile units to chase, and then we're having the not mobile units garrison places. The cannons also don't fight well in the open. Okay. So we're going to end the turn, see if we can find more of the Royal Expeditionary Army coming towards us. There's the Royal Expeditionary Cannon. Nice and exposed. This is why we're leaving the cannons in the fortress, for example. Minus 75% for being open. Cannons have a normal defensive 5. And they still get an attacking bonus, but because of the artillery bonus in the open, they only get that attacking bonus when they're attacking cities or defending cities. So you want to either attack cities with them or defend cities. So we're taking advantage of the fact that they're doing neither, so we're getting a bonus. Effectively getting a bonus by making them really weak. But we don't necessarily have a lot of cav to take advantage of this. Yeah, our vanguard is not particularly numerous. We're gonna get a couple here. You're back to La Isabella. You're outbound. I still technically have more reserves in Veracruz if we need to deploy more cavalry. And if anyone sneaks around behind our vanguard, that's probably what we'll do with them. Let's deploy them. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. There we go. Just didn't pop this up. It's confusing itself. Yeah. Okay. We got the cavalry to burn you. Got the horses to do I mean. Let's see here. Okay, some movement. Some movement out of the town, some movement into the town. Not really a lot of movement towards us. Concerned at our encroachment upon their settlements. Sorry. Nothing we can do about that. Okay, we got a 60% chance to succeed here. Ah, we rolled 40%, we'll lose. So I think they've run, or attempted to run at least, all the cannon back into the city. Which, if they did that, isn't the dumbest of plans. If it was caught in the open, it would have been a pretty bad day for them. As we demonstrated the first 3 that we took down. Although, we damaged them, so the cav demote to infantry as you lose your horses. The infantry demote to colonists. Cannons demote damage cannons, and then get destroyed if they get damaged again. And then the Royal Expeditionary stuff doesn't have a or colonial form. So if you defeat the infantry form, they go poof. Who's white? Yeah, that's the crown. So the crown rolled in with its entire doom stack and took Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo. So Santo Domingo is our town. And it got taken by the Royal Expeditionary Force. That's the Spanish Royal Expeditionary Force. So to win, we need to take that back. And clear out the remaining expeditionary infantry. I think we've got all the cavalry at this point. And the cannons, if there's no infantry and cavalry and no cities that they control, surrender. Okay, so you can see the Royal Expeditionary Force sort of shuffling its forces there. Ink and the Dutch are at peace with each other again. Got another piece of artillery in law, Isabella. Attack. It's about 60% chance we win each of these fights. And to be fair, that's mutual. If they attack us, it's a 60% chance they would win the fight, because they'd get the attack bonus if they attacked us. Infantry wants to start the long march back. Hopes they can get mounted up again. Okay, that's the new artillery piece. 3, 6, 9 here. Okay, seeing the shuffle the Royal Expeditionary Force again. This is infantry, although we might be at the point where it might be worth sending the infantry in as well, but I'm not going to assume that yet. Okay, so that's Cav, back to Cav. It's infantry. And the reason we're not going to the infantry is it's like 55% chance success. Whereas if we send them back to go get horses, they'll go back up to 60. Oh, they've run out of infantry. I got no problem shooting cannons with the infantry. So we can attack the cannons pretty ruthlessly at this point. I think that's it. Okay, not quite it. Still got a few units moving over. Although pretty close to it. Okay, they still got a few more infantry. We just shot the infantry off the top of that stack. We're seeing a little bit more of the Royal Expeditionary Force shuffle. We got new colonists. Not that we need them. Foreign Affairs Advisor. Yeah, so once again, since the last time we looked, we've destroyed about a third of their fighting force. We now, in theory, have military parity with them. Attack with the cavalry first, at least, so we can get rid of the infantry. If we get rid of all the infantry, then we'll send the infantry after the cannons. I think that might be all the nope, we still got 2 more. No, that's army. Whoops. Apparently I issued the attack order anyway. That's fine. Keep making more guns. Okay, we're just gonna send you. Send you to here. Because we can send you here and you can do some farming, which will give us more horses, I think, in the long run. In the short run, it's not going to do anything, but long run, it might. Because right now we're being limited by the fact that horses can only make so many horses. Okay. Is there really only 1 infantry left? There's 4 infantry left. I probably have enough infantry here to just take that gamble. This is a little bit of gamble, because we're going to lose some portion of our infantry here. I send them in. Although, that was all we can lose. Okay. Get the rest already, and we're walking back up. So we'll see the Expeditionary Force do a little bit more of a shuffle. Although, they gotta be running low on infantry at this point. I probably need to send my reserve from Veracruz. Yeah, I'm not going to start trading with the infantry. Need to bring up the rest of our mounted cavalry. It's going to take time. No, I'm going to risk our infantry. And now we're through to the cannons, which the infantry will handle a lot better. Although, they're not immune to losing. Did have one lose there. So that's artillery. About a third of the Veracruz garrison is artillery, so one in three of these, we're gonna have to just hit F to pass it. And we're definitely moving towards victory. I think they're running out of infantry. Once they're out of infantry, we'll just slowly cut through the remaining the remaining cannons. Once we retake the town, I think we win. So there's the shuffle. 1, 2 infantry I'm seeing in the shuffle. 3. That's probably... well, they might still have more in the city. I would not be surprised if that's literally all they got left. Letting the infantry attack the cannon that's now exposed. Now, if we get enough Liberty Bells, we can re-establish trade with Europe. Go buy a bunch of horses. Okay. Again, we want to probably start attacking with the cav. See if we can get through the tree before the infantry have to be committed. Through again? No, still more. We're hitting the bad 40, not the good 60. It's cavalry attacks. Thinking. Yeah, so that was we hit the bad one. Bad result. Wow, we're just getting the bad result after again. RNG is not being friendly to us today. There we go. And here we are. So this is damage one. So this one's already taken damage. That nerfs it even more. And now we're getting like 90% odds against the damaged ones. I can check the exact odds by right-clicking. 90%. Okay. I think it's probably rounding to get to 90, but close enough. Okay, and we've taken the hex, or taken the square at least. I'm not going to actually take it. I'm going to see if they come into it again. Because we'd rather fight the artillery in the open than have to fight our way into the city through cannon. Yep, cannon was nice enough to come out. Question is there any infantry? And there is. Which again, we probably want to fight in the open, so. Okay, we're into the damage once again. Oh, I actually have one lose a battle. And there they are. Once again, we're gonna give them one more opportunity to leave the town, so we can fight them in the open. If not, we're gonna have to go in. Oh, interesting. So that is a colonist that just handed guns to, I think. Royal Expeditionary Force soldier. Free colonist, yeah. Although, because it's not actual Royal Expeditionary Force, man, they're much easier to deal with. Okay. Taking a movement penalty. We're gonna see if this works. No, we were doing it. Okay. So we're gonna stop attacking with the infantry for the moment. Still gonna send the cat in. Because we don't want to take the movement penalty on the infantry. Oh, and the mouse or the keypad doesn't want to work anymore for these guys, these orders, for whatever reason. Maybe Windows is thinking I've got like sticky keys on or something. Because I've basically been smashing the 7 button for quite a while. Okay, they're coming out to attack us, which is okay. Victory, victory, defeat, 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 victory, defeat, defeat. Okay, so at this point we're down just to Continental Army members. Isn't super good. And we can't attack into the mountains there, that's just suicidal. Twitch chat's going damn. Yeah, things aren't quite going according to plan. Although we can definitely handle attrition better than they can. Although, the fact this is a rainforest we're attacking into isn't super great. And we're destroying artillery units at this point, so most of what's left in the city has to be damaged for that to be the case. Okay. So I can mount up another one to send up a person. So we want to hold on to at least some some forces there, so we can continue to grow with them. You're at 31. You're at 65. So it's time to send another one over to La Navidad. Veracruz. It's up to 97, so we send one to Veracruz as well. Gives a little bit more cav. Your Excellency, the French are at peace with the Spanish Royal Expeditionary Force. Okay. Didn't know they were at war, but now they're not. And yeah, the cannons are definitely taking advantage of the defensive position. Although we're definitely at the point where they're just damaged artillery, so once they run out of damaged artillery, the place falls. One problem attacking to the city is we also can't see our pods. So we're attacking just a little bit blind. Now, given adequate time, we're going to be able to rearm these guys, so... And then we'll just come back with more guns. That's basically what's going to happen. In fact, right now we're full of guns. Deadly full of guns. Okay, some limited counterattack from the city. Victory, victory, defeat, defeat. Destroyed an artillery piece and a infantryman defends. And there are 2 defeats were against artillery. Okay, until we rearm and come back out, I think that's basically our attack on the city. So if you're not seeing the go to this tile, this menu show up when I'm right-clicking on the thing, it's because it's actually appearing on the other window, or the other monitor. Wondering why you're not seeing it all the time. Okay, there's another cavalry. Okay, Veracruz is a dragoon. Probably sent another one over to Veracruz. Actually, before we equip you. Well, dismount for the moment. We're getting 10 here a turn. If I mount up, we'll go to 6. I should probably actually keep the horses here then, so we can get more horses faster. Need the horses to make horses. Now, one gamble that I'm going to try taking is bringing some cannon up to the front. See if our frigate can run the cannon up to the front. Because I don't know where Royal Expeditionary ships are. to drop off all the cannons. And next turn we can open fire with the cannon. Which should be far better at attacking the city than the riflemen, or the regulars. They both start with R, but they mean very different things. Bringing my left hand forward, I smack the cable for the headset into the table. We get another brace of artillery. We do see a galleon, although it ignored our frigate here. Which, if I do want to bring up more cannon to the front, is good. Attack with the cannon. Try to run them when coming around the flank. One of our artillery pieces got damaged, but that's fine. Did someone enter the town? I'm not seeing someone to arm. Well, that could just be my poor eyesight, I suppose. Or I misclicked. I was going for the gopher tile and just hit La Isabella instead. That's fair. They're right next to each other. I think we're almost there. It's hard to tell how many they got left. And we're obviously at no risk of losing at this point. They don't have enough mobile forces to even attempt to get around behind us. And we are making guns at a rate where, yeah, our guys are being rendered without horses and without guns. But then they're getting back to base, and we're handing them more guns, because we just got that many guns. Got that production of guns. Okay, our second artillery piece has been damaged. There's no way to repair them, so we're still going to use them damaged. Oops. That was definitely, went to click, go to this tile, and it released too early. Well, we'll let that artillery foundry just keep making more artillery, and we'll load more on the boat. But you making more guns. You've arrived in town. You deserve a rifle. There you are. Okay, we've now had all our artillery, the first wave, damaged. If not destroyed. I think we had one already destroyed. There we go. Oh, you're not allowed to fortify tiles that are claimed by someone else. And I think that's it. As soon as we end the turn, we should have victory. Although, yeah, it'll either be this turn or the next turn. There we go. We are victorious! Just in time for the episode to end. Your Excellency, the Spanish Royal Expeditionary Forces are at peace with us because we've destroyed them at this point. You've defeated the Spanish Royal Expeditionary Force and finally gained independence. Your custom houses may now freely sell to European merchants without tax or royal interference. Your Excellency, the Spanish Royal Expeditionary Force has declared an unconditional withdrawal from the New World affairs. Since the Liberty membership in your colonies has fallen to 87%, so just took over a place that doesn't fall on it. Your crew's free colonist has become an expert fur trapper, blah 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 blah. Okay. And there is victory. So we took longer than we did in the France run in number of turns. And Twitch chat saying, to be honest, it looked kind of shaky at times. It wasn't that shaky. We definitely lost most of our offensive capacity at some point. We ran out of horses. And we were at the point where it's like, oh dear, this is going to turn into grinding attritional fight with just infantry. And our infantry aren't as good as our cavalry. And every time they they run out of lose a fight, they gotta walk all the way back. Then they've been demoted from Continental Army to the veterans. But yeah, we managed to pull through. We got a higher score. Right, so this was the last run. We finished autumn of 1691 last time with a score of 11,317. This time we did in spring of 1699, so it took us 8 more years. Which is actually 15 more turns? Would have been 16 in autumn. I think they're 2 season turns. Although I might be wrong, they might be up to 4. Difficulty with a medium of both. And yeah, we got a higher score. About 20,013. Probably because we had more cannon. We had a better ability to build cannon. Twitch chat's asking, with France, did you have other nations declare war against you? I think we had a little bit. I remember getting mercenaries in that one. But we didn't have any fighting with other nations. This time, the French were close enough by that they actually brought a couple of troops up. It didn't go well for them, because we were defending in a city all the time, but... Oh, we did lose one of our hardy pioneers, because one of the pioneers was out doing roadworks, and one of the French dragoons came along this time. The last game is the French, so I think we had a couple of wars before we got Benjamin Franklin, but we didn't really participate in them. And they didn't really show up to do anything, so it was fine. But yeah, that was the run. We had fewer units, which might have been one of the reasons it gave us a higher score. Or either that or our units were just higher quality. How many founding fathers in this? I can look at that. So Continental Congress, we had... For trade, we had all but Pina Renuit, so that's 4. For exploration, we had all but Francisco Corando. That's another 4. Military, we had everyone at Francis Drake and Paul Revere, so that's another 3. So that brings it up to 11. Political, we had everyone in Pocahontas, so that's another 4. Bringing us up to 15. And then for religious, we had another 4, because we had everyone but Father Jean. Great Roof. I'm not going to pronounce that right. Father Jean. So out of the possible 25, we only missed 6. So 19 of 25. And we were very much at the point where, like, what's left is like, oh, that's a bonus we don't care about. Like, Indians don't pay for their land. Well, Indians don't pay for their land, or you don't need to pay the Indians for the land if you're sending cannon after them anyway, so that's what we did to one of them. All the existing colonies are invisible. That's maybe valuable if you're doing trade with them, which we could have done. We had, I think it's Peter? No. John DeWitt. So we could have traded with the other colonies, but we didn't need to. And then military, I don't value Paul Revere very high. Paul Revere is if you got no standing soldier in a place that's attacked. A colonist automatically takes up arms, or any stockpile of muskets in defense. This can be useful if you're worried about the natives attacking you. Like, the Royal Expeditionary, all this is going to give you is 1 defender. And if you lose that fight, that defender gets defeated and the city will get taken anyway, so... it really only matters against random raiders and the Indians. Francis Drake is a little bit more interesting, because it's bonus to privateers, but then you've got to play with privateers, which again, probably very useful in multiplayer. Single player, it's not super great. Pocahontas we actually used when we were the French. All tension levels between you and the natives are removed, and Indian alarm is generated half as fast. The second part of this, which is Indian alarm, is generated half as fast is basically the French bonus. So when we were doing this, we were double stacking that. So the Indian alarm went up really slow. And then Father Jean here, it's all missionaries function as experts. We use that one as the French too. This one's pretty good if you want to get a lot of native converts. I'm trying to think of which ones we didn't get in the French. I think I got fewer military ones. We didn't pick up Herman Cortez as the French, for example. We picked up Pocahontas, but I don't think I picked up... I didn't pick Ferger up, I think. Didn't pick Ferger up, or may have picked a Ferger up. Probably didn't need to. I definitely didn't pick John DeWitt. Yeah, I think on both runs we pretty much got all the ones we want. Oh, religious I probably didn't pick up John here. On here. Because again, when we were doing the French, we weren't trying to subjugate any villages. Yeah. Twitchhat's saying, I wonder how many you got on your France run. It isn't necessarily an easy way for me to do it without bringing up the YouTube video to figure out how many. Or actually, there is an easy way. The magic thing of having the game saves. So let's put a quick save in here. So this is Spanish stream. Victory. And you should be able to see the French one there. So I can go ahead and load the French one quickly. Oh, and Free France. Games Army, yes, we know that. So this is the French one. The Continental Congress we had in France. So we didn't have Ferger or Minuet. So there's 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the French run we got 18 of the 25. In the Spanish run we got 19. To answer Twitch's question. Then we can go back to the Spanish one. Religious advisor. We're making crosses at the end. It didn't actually have that much migration because the cross cost was only 211 each. And then Twitch chat saying for the same difficulty. 9k more. Oh, you're big conto. Oh yeah, this wasn't what like 9k more. Sons of Liberty. The bells, yeah. That doesn't necessarily surprise me. I got a lot of the bonuses earlier for producing the bells. Like, we're making 19 here. Probably another 19 over here. 21 here. 13 here. Oh, and this is the unbuffed rate, because we also get a buff from tax rate, and we're offering 6% tax, so we're getting like 6% more during the height of it. And yeah, the fight with the Spanish did definitely reduce our military strength. We were up at like 900 military strength before, for the pounding that we exchanged with the French, or with the Spanish expeditionary force. Although, to give you an idea, in comparison to other colonies, that's still twice as strong as the other colonies at this point. I mean, Sons of Liberty up to 87%. No, that's the term border point. Bring that again. report. Okay, that's not super readable. Although, if you want to read that on YouTube, if I scroll it slow enough, you can probably see all the interesting things. And yeah, 1600 is when it swaps from 1 turn a year to 2 turns a year. They might go to 3 in the 1700s? Not sure. Or not 3, 4 in the 1700s. And then yeah, we were playing on a medium difficulty. Yeah, so I think that's it, unless I'm missing something people wants to see in one of the advisors here. Here's the trade advisor, for example. If you're watching on YouTube, there obviously won't be another part up tomorrow, because we just finished the run. If there's anything you want to see as far as the advisors or whatever, feel free to let me know. We do have a save, so I can always load this up and look at those advisors for either run at this point. I haven't decided what we're going to replace this with yet. Think of that before the 26th. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, that will be in your past. I've already figured out what we're going to play to replace this bit. To replace this game. If you're watching on Twitch, yeah, let me ult over to the other window. I can bring up the stream schedule. So I do have a rough plan for what we're going to run over the next couple days. So tomorrow is going to be Shadow Empire. We're going to record another 4 parts for Shadow Empire. Try to get it a little bit more in parity with everything else. Monday, so the day after tomorrow, will be Xenonauts. We'll see if we can keep everything together. It's getting a little shaky in that run, but I think things are going well enough that we can continue. And then Tuesday, I think we will start up the Old World run. Possibly as the Romans. Haven't quite decided who we're going to play as. And then Wednesday, we'll probably play something new. It may be Victoria 3. I might start Victoria 3 a little bit early. We'll see. But yeah, that's the upcoming schedule. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch and you want any comments you want to, now's a good time to probably post them, so I can respond to them for you. If you're watching on Twitch, I do see there is a comment saying thanks for the stream, and thanks for saying thanks for the stream. If there's anything else you want to see before we bring the stream down, feel free to let me know. I'm going to keep the stream up for about a minute after I finish this outro. And just a reminder, I am recording this live, or streaming this live to Twitch under the username WillCole, and uploading it to YouTube under the username WillCole100. At the moment, the stream schedule is a little bit weird, because I'm currently dog sitting, so it's part of that. I'll pay the dog tax. This is the dog I'm dog sitting. This is Cindy. I took a picture of her earlier today after... Well, I gave her the treat after the picture, but was bribing her with a treat to get her to sit nicely for the picture. And this is the dog I'm looking after at the moment, so I'm dog sitting. A little bit of a struggle because she's an old gal and she has some pills that she takes for arthritis, and she doesn't like taking them. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's one of the reasons I recorded ahead. So this run, the FreeCol run, shouldn't really be ahead because we dropped to a 3 video schedule. Everything else is actually recorded a little bit ahead. So we might, going forward, lower how many parts we're recording at a time. Just to let YouTube catch up, because YouTube's a little bit behind. But yeah, with that, Twitch is saying "ah" to the dog. Yeah, that's Cindy, who's probably annoyed at me because I'm staying up late. So I'm gonna give the outro. I'm gonna wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next stream or part, as I'm gonna stop the recording here, so that the dog can have a nice night's sleep.